In this game, to prevent my opponent from holding one border continent, I decided to cap inside it. I wasn't too sure if my opponent adds his troops to one big capital army or makes the troops split, so I decided to make my capital relatively strong. But of course adding some more troops outside that continent as well, as otherwise my opponent would take over all of the map, making me trapped if I added way too many troops into my blocked capital. My capital was very strong, so in the upcoming turns I wasn't adding any troops to strengthen it. What I did was using all of my newly gotten troops on capturing the opponent's territories, to neither let him hold some continents nor to let him get increased territorial troop bonus. Very luckily he ended up blocking his capital here, which I think was a big mistake, as by capturing that territory he didn't even decrease my territorial troop bonus by 1. So then I tried to properly guard that upper continent. But my opponent had a set at 3 cards, so he was able to break through both of my continents, but at least luckily he didn't get the attacker's advantage. Then I tried guarding again, but my opponent was lucky for another time to break through both of them. I didn't have a set at 4 cards, so I couldn't recapture them both. But then at 5 cards I finally traded in a set to recapture both of these continents again. And this time I ended up holding one of them. Also, as you saw, I was paying the attention to the capital's safety because I knew that my opponent could decide to go for it anytime by seeing that he is in a losing situation. But then after he traded in a set and was at 2 cards, I went to capturing and trying to properly guard those continents again. And that time my opponent failed to break through both of them. Then I really started to strengthen my capital because I knew that it was very likely for my opponent to go manual rolling my army, as with every turn I was getting more and more advantage, so I didn't want to blunder my winning situation by becoming too greedy. And that's right, my opponent after trading in this set went to manual roll my army, but my opponent had exactly 0% capital blitz and the manual rolls didn't help him either.